Kimberly Cammerata, and together we're the Sicilian Connection. We are Sicilian, we are Italian, and it really influences our art and our food and a lot of other things. So, how are you, Kimberly? How are you today?
I'm doing well, Len. I am excited to see the artwork that you have to show this week. I know we were talking about it, but seeing it is the amazing part.
Right, right. It's you never know what to expect. Something and I show something. We know each other pretty well, but it's always a surprise to see what we have coming. So I think this first one you're going to get aha. Now this is actually it's 11 by 14, and Kimberly and I have a good friend, uh, Ben Asen, who lives on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. And Ben had to go, he had an appointment somewhere to his doctor's, and he was coming out of the subway. And this is downtown in Soho, all the way downtown Manhattan. And he came out of the subway. As he was coming out, he saw the buildings and the perspective like this, and which was a great shot. I think it's such I love the buildings coming together, and then you have the little narrow path up in the sky that kind of shoots up like a cone a little bit in there.
It's such a nice warm and cool contrast. It makes the warm colors of the buildings even more vivid. It's beautiful.
It does coming out in the sun like that. So I took the photograph and I said, Ben, I have to do this. And this is all in colored pencils. It's 11 by 14 on paper. And it's not a lot of colors. I mean, it's mostly, I think, blues, two blues I had, like three browns and a yellow, and just really worked those. But I love on the side, the texture that it had on the wall and just the bars coming up like that, the blue and the lamppost, and then the building going back. And it was a little challenge doing it because there's so many subtleties that were in the brick and in the blue that I think as an artist, what we try to do is I always try to capture the essence of it. And I don't always look at saying I have to capture the exact detail. It doesn't have to be the exact detail. I'm not looking for that kind of realism, but I'm looking for the feeling and the texture of whatever the landscape or the architecture is. And I think that Ben captured it, and I hope that Ben is happy when he sees it. It'll be a surprise for him too. So
Gorgeous.
thank you, thank you. So that is my shtick that I worked on for a few days, and now you've got a surprise. Mhm.
I do. I did a painting of Sorrento.
Ooh,
This is my painting called Le Barche di Sorrento. And, you know, I have many, many things I love about Sorrento, and one of them is the marina. This is boats in the Marina Piccola. And from there, you can take ferries to all the other little islands up and even the other towns further down the Amalfi Coast. And, it's a good starting and ending point to your day. You can leave from this port, go exploring, come back, have a nice meal, glass of wine. It's just perfected. And so here you see the sky is golden. This is golden hour in Sorrento, and the boats have come in because it's getting toward evening. And I just wanted to capture that soft atmosphere, which is really quite a different mood than at midday when the sun is bright and there's a lot of activity
right.
and things, and so that's
Can you show me the
what about.
detail that's up on the upper right hand side where it looks like there's shrubbery and mountains and there's like a little building? Yeah, yeah. And right in that right hand, that
Sorry.
put me out. That's Manhattan.
I scrolled too far. This is actually Sorrento up here. Sorrento, it's very interesting, is on a cliff,
Ah,
and and you go down quite a steep road to get to the part where the port is, which is at sea level down here.
Mhm.
But there are a lot of gorgeous hotels
Yeah.
up on the ridge because the view is spectacular out over the sea. It looks right toward the island of Capri.
Hmm.
And that those are the most popular places to stay in Sorrento.
Right.
The town center in the main piazza are just behind the buildings. I
Oh,
usually stay more back in the town because I love to come out and of the hotels and just walk the streets and find little cafes and the outdoor markets and things like that. And so this angle of the port does a really good job of showing what Sorrento is like. Instead of the town being right down in the water, you're actually down on the water, and
hmm.
it's like, hey, it's on that cliff up there, you know.
I love what you did with the water. The water actually looks like it's moving. Like you have those little arches that are like from like when the water kind of rolls like that. And I can really see that all throughout that landscape. And then in the background with the water around the boats, how the water just kind of moves a little up on the side of the boats. And you really captured all of that. That it just blends in then with the landscape on the top, which also kind of rolls and moves. So you've got that rolling motion with the land and you've got it in the water. And then you have the boats that you can really feel them being lifted up with the water. Really feel that presence. So
That is such a great description of what it's like to be there. The land does feel like it's doing that, and the ripples of the water were catching the light, and so I really appreciate that observation. Thank you, Len.
I definitely see that. And how big is that? How big is that?
16 by 20.
That's a good size. That's a good
Yeah.
size. Yeah,
It,
yeah.
actually, I just finished it yesterday afternoon, so it's not even on my site yet.
Right.
I am working on putting it on my site today, and so it will either be there in a couple of hours if all goes well, or be there first thing in the morning.
Great, great. Now, Kimberly and I, like I said, we're Italian, so we love color, we love texture, fabric, all those kind of things. I think that we naturally, I don't know, put into our work. But we're also big, big food lovers. Kimberly and I are on the phone a lot, and we're talking not just about our art, but we're talking about the lunch we made and the dinner we're gonna make, and we're gonna do the next day. So I think this week we have something special. And Kimberly, you want to tell us what it's about?
Yes. Oh, to celebrate Ferragosto, which is the holiday that kicks off summer vacations and summer fun in Italy. And that is on August 15th. So on the 15th, you'll see everybody heading to the beach. And they are probably there as we speak. I'm in my studio painting, so I'm going to be celebrating Ferragosto from here. I just couldn't tear myself away from painting some more. Uh, so it's the time of summer fun, and it will go from now till the rest of August.
Right. And then we'll be coming back. We'll come back sometime this week because we're going to have some little Italian appetizers and things for the summer that um, I think are pretty basic and pretty simple to make that we can share with you. So we can celebrate a little bit of Italy with you, with us. And just so you have our information, we will pass our information along on the post, but my website is lciccio, CICIO art, ART.com. And my business page on Facebook is Len, Len, Ciccio, CICIO, fine art. And that's it. And Kimberly, what's your website and your business Facebook page?
My website is camerata.com, and all my social media is Kimberly Cammerata, and you'll find the links in the description, and they can take you right to my website or any other social media.
Right? And you can always join our art newsletter. It'll pop up the coupon, and I think you get like 20% off in your first order. So we will be back this week with some Italian food. And Kimberly and I are really happy that you spent a little time with us and with our art. And as we always say at the end of our show, on a one and a two and a three, ciao.
Ciao.